Hi students, welcome back to my channel Evolve Solving Physics.
Our next topic is distance and displacement. Distance can also be called as path length. What is distance? The length of the path traveled by an object. If an object is traveling from A to B, A point is the starting point, B is the end point, or A is the initial point and B is the final point. The length traveled from A to B, the length of the object traveled from A to B, we call it as distance. Okay. Then what is displacement? There is only one difference between distance and displacement. The distance with specific direction, then we call it as displacement, or the length of the path traveled by an object with specific direction. Then we call it as displacement. Distance with specific direction represents displacement. The only difference between distance and displacement is specific direction. Without specific direction, we call it as distance. If we specify a distance with specific direction, we call it as displacement. Okay. Same. As object is moving from A to B in east direction. So we have to specify the direction to find the displacement. Object is moving from A point to B point. We have to consider the length as well as direction. That we call it as distance. So distance with direction, we call it as displacement. So we all know that length will be measured in meters, kilometers, centimeters. So units will be meters, kilometers. Next, and what will be the units for displacement? The same units as distance, the units will be for displacement. Why? Because there will be no units for direction. So units will be same. Length, I am specifying length now. So meters, kilometers. Next, one more difference between distance and displacement will be the distance is a scalar quantity and displacement is a vector quantity. This is the one of the most important difference between distance and displacement. What is scalar quantity? So length will be in the form of numbers. Length will be measured in terms of numbers itself. Meters, kilometers will be in form of numerical values. So what is scalar means? Scalar has only magnitude. Scalar has only magnitude. Only magnitude means numerical value. But vector has both magnitude and direction. So here magnitude means length here. Only the numerical value will be distance. And displacement, I said that displacement has both length and direction. Length is magnitude and direction. So it is called as vector quantity. So scalar has only magnitude, that is numerical value. Here we are specifying a numerical value in form of length. but vector has both magnitude and direction. We are specifying length as magnitude, that will be a numerical value, and specific direction will be specified as direction. So it is a vector quantity. So vector should contain both numerical value and direction. But compared to vector, the scalar should contain only the magnitude, that is numerical value. So distance is a scalar quantity and displacement is a vector quantity.